Hey everybody in the video online world, it's ISABEL Marie coming from you live from my balcony, one of my favorite places to be, and I'm feeling very inspired to do a lot of videos today because of a lot of stuff that's been going on lately, and I'm just back in that mode where I have a lot to say, and sometimes you don't feel like you have much to say, but even the littlest story or experience in your life can actually inspire somebody. So, for example, I was talking to a gentleman the other day by the name of Clay, who had found me on my MySpace, contacted me, and this is the best part of what I do now. Not having to prospect people, but marketing myself in a way where people come to me. You know, they find me, they connect with me, they find some part of my story that inspires them, and we got to talking on the phone. And the thing I love about what I do now and how I market myself in every business, including my MLM, is when people connect with me and they find me and they choose to pick up the phone and call me, they already know, know, love, and trust me, and that's based on my story and what it is that they find interesting about my story. For example, I'm a single parent, well, so is Clay. So we got to talking, and it's like talking to an old friend, and we're joking around and stuff, and I was telling him about the beginning of my MLM career. And a lot of you might not know this, but when I first started my MLM 2.5 years ago, which is Zango, I was unemployed. I had been for quite some time. I wasn't the kind of 9-to-5 person, so I really did not like being in that position where I had to show up and not feel important, feel like I was, drinking a poison every day that would kill my body like it already had my soul for less than what I was worth. So long story short, I got this call from a gentleman who says he has this great opportunity for young, confident women such as myself. And I literally told him, no thanks, I don't do pornos, because I didn't know what it was that he was talking about. He was an older gentleman from Phoenix. So anyways, after doing a lot of research and stuff, I did get involved in Zango. I did a lot of research on a lot of different companies. I felt it was the best for me. But at the time, it was such a big deal to me because I was living on $310 a month in welfare for me and my son. So to initially invest $35, plus a case of juice, I was like very, very scared. But at the same time, though, I was in physical pain. Plus, I was willing to give anything a shot if it was going to give me a better life for my son. I was willing to risk it all, give everything away if I had to, just to get better for him. So what had happened was, long story short, I was so excited by everything that I saw and all the information and everything that I had heard, and I signed up on a Saturday, and I was so passionate about it that on a Tuesday it was like my first meeting, and I had 7 people in attendance. Well, what had happened was I signed up my first person that night, and I made my first check within a week, so I was so excited that there was a potential to make money that I decided to do, because I was really, really poor and I didn't have a computer. I didn't have anybody in my area that knew about Zango or heard about it. I had no cell phone. I had no experience. I literally called my sponsor like the 3rd, 4th month I was in Zango and said, I have a question. What the hell is Amway and am I in it? And he about died laughing. Now I laugh because now I know what Amway was, but that's how I knew I was into the industry. I had no idea what even Amway was. So I made it a point that because of my situation, I would still keep at it, but I would just do one major meeting a month, because of cost and finding a place and stuff like that. So I did my first one, it was 7 people. My second one, there was 10 people. And because of my passion and my desire to go through with this, my upline went ahead and got me my first guest speaker, which was a big deal to me because he was the guy I saw in the video that it got me, real passionate about wanting to join Zango. So we talked on the phone with him. I was really nervous, and he's like, you know what, I've never been to your town, but I'm willing to go. The only thing is you have to have 20 people in the room or more. And I was like, oh crap, I only had 10. So long story short, for 3 weeks prior, I went every single day. I made these packets. I had like north, south, east, west on all the people I wanted to talk to in business. I'd be up at 6, I would drop my son off at school at 8, I'd be in the car from like 8 o'clock to about 11:30, 12, I had to pick him up. He'd be in the car with me from about 12 o'clock to about 8 o'clock at night, so from 8 to 8, I was in the car. I had a cup full of grapes, a cup full of carrots, and some water, and I would go all day long. I would go to like Walmart, get a $3 pack of flyers, of blank paper. I would go to a mom and pop shop and have them make the flyers for me and for free, tell them what's going on and stuff. And I worked my butt off for this presentation, and I was so excited. So 3 days prior to my show, my meeting, and I get this notice from the electric company that's like, look, you have to pay your electric, It's I think it was like $170 something, or your electricity gets cut off today. And I also was like 3 days before the show, and I saved, you know, an extra $180, I think it was, and it was just enough to pay for the hotel, and it was just enough to buy the cake that I wanted to get for my presentation. And I had a decision to make. And the one thing that I kept thinking about was that definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Well, I figured if I pay the bill next month, there would be the bill again. But maybe if I directed the money in a different way and invested it, maybe something greater would come out. So I had a decision to make. I decided to pay the hotel, and my electricity got cut off 3 days before. But my thought was, I still have gas, so I'm still going to be able to take a shower, you know, candles, you know, flashlights, whatever. And we got through that part. You know, and the beautiful thing about that was I was so excited, and I put my heart and soul and passion into this, and I went out there, and I remember it was 2 hours before showtime. My upline came from Phoenix at the time, which was 7 hours from where I was living at the time, away, and to support me, and I was so excited. And 2 hours before, I decided to go get dressed, and I'm in the hotel setting up. And I told him to put about 30 chairs out there, you know, and just put 10 on the side in case, you know, we needed the extra 10. And I come outside, and then I go, and I noticed there was so many people there, and I was like, wow, there must be the hotel people helping us set up. Well, then I come to find out there was a lot of Zango people that were from outside of the areas I had never met before, that traveled anywhere from 45 minutes away to a couple hours. And I went outside in my car to put something away, and literally, guys, there was a line down around the corner. That night, my first guest speaker, my 3rd month into the company, I had 200 people show up in my presentation, which was a blessing. All my hard work paid off. I was able to make all the money I needed back to get my lights back on, plus some extra money on top of that night. I had a few doctors there that signed up that particular night. I was so excited. That put me on the map, and that just made me feel so passionate about what it was I was going to do from that point on. But it's so funny because a lot of people, they don't understand, you know, when you're comfortable, you're in a position where you're not as excited or as passionate. But when you're really passionate and you're not in this position where everything, you tend to work harder at it, and you never stop working harder at it because you never want it to go away. You never want that excitement and that passion to go away. And it's a great story, but there's 2 things I'm going to tell you guys. One, unless you're me and you have no cell phone and you have no experience and stuff, go out and do it that way because I had to. But now, because I have a computer, I have a digicam, all my business is online, the new school ways of doing it is so much easier, and you can take that same passion and get out to a mass millions of people, you know, 200 million people instead of just 200, and go out there and make a big difference. So what I'm trying to say with this video is, no matter where you're at in life, no matter what your circumstances are, no matter what company you're involved in, no matter what you think you're up against, it's possible if you see that in your mind that it is. And that's what I've always seen with that opportunity with Zango, was it was possible, especially getting that first check. So if you guys want to know how it is that I build my network marketing business from go 12-hour days in the car, you know, 7 days a week, to actually being no longer on welfare, living in a beautiful townhouse in a private community, being a lot more relaxed now, doing it all online and with MySpace, YouTube, and going out there and learning how to find your passion and then really bring that up. Find me. I'm at www.myspace.com/Miss_Izzy, ISSY, or you can find me on YouTube. It's youtube.com/quick, QUIK, no C, witted, WITTED, WOMAN. Or you could just go ahead and email me. You can email me at Isabel Marie, ISABEL, the number 1313 @gmail.com. Hakuna Matata, guys. God bless. Hopefully you find the passion in my videos and you subscribe, you rate them, comment if it's positive. If it's not, I don't even collect comments that are negative. So God bless, aloha, and have a great day. Bye.